Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right, all right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so the graph 2024 top price, right? So that's the video. It's a blue theme today. I did the Litecoin video. I did the prayer video on fear, and that was blue as well. And now the graph is blue as well. GRT. It's kind of blue. It's kind of, yeah, it's purplish blue, but it is what it is. So, okay. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing well. All right. So, the markets are actually up a little bit, and but the volume's down according to CoinMarketCap. But but look at the graph though. The graph is up 6% in volume. And the last 24 hours, 6.89%. Nice. And then we also have 1.44 percent market cap. Now, if you're on my Patreon, patreon.com/currency365, you already know the top price for the graph for this year. So, because I've been screaming it for the last 3 months. Okay. So you already know this is one that we call the buy signal on back here. Let's see, it was way more than a month ago. So, but let's just look at the year chart. Yeah, down here, you see this red. It's always great to call buy signals in the red. When you're looking back at the chart and you go back to your Patreon videos, like we called this thing in the red, right? And so we called the buy signal on the graph here, and it was one of this time here, right? And that thing was going crazy, right? So and it was the same time Zach Humphreys call was bullish on the graph as well, right? So it was perfect timing. But anyway, so and we it seems like we do that a lot. We call things, and then other people on YouTube that they call it as well. So it's pretty good, perfect timing there. Um, but the graph really did go crazy there at the end of the year, so that was a really good call there on the graph. I mean, everything was going up. We had the ETF, we had the war in the Middle East and beginning, and so the markets were being pumped with artificial money, and so money was coming out of the debt market into the stock market. Okay, so you see that the graph has 9 billion tokens in circulation. Okay, and it's got 10 billion in total supply, but there's no max supply. So that's kind of worrying a little bit, you know what I mean? That does worry people that there's no max supply, that they could, at any moment they could dump another 10 billion tokens on. Because when there's no max supply and when there's no max supply limit, then anything can happen, right? So, we've seen it before where they can just mint new tokens, companies can just mint new tokens out of thin air and just actually go on a free fall sell off, sell spree and rug pull the project when when there's no max supply. Good thing is that GRT has been proven itself. Of course, the chart here doesn't look good since 2022, but this is a bear cycle. This is what happens in bear cycles, right? You get this. This is a bull cycle. This is a bear cycle. I mean, that's just what happens. All charts look like this in the bear cycle. No volume, barely moving, and just consolidations, right? And everybody has to. And this is where you accumulate. In the red, you accumulate. In the green, that's where you take a little bit of profits if you want to, or wait for the next leg up, right? So fully diluted, which is not actually fully diluted because there's no max supply. So, but total supply diluted is 1.7 billion. So right now we're at 1.4 billion on the graph. All right, so let's go to the day chart and see what's going on. So it's up nice today. Well, 1.44 is not really. These things used to be up 35%, 25%, 15% every day. So to for me to go from that type of lifestyle with cryptos to now saying 1.44 is up nice today, that's crazy, right? Because just several years ago, it was every day that these coins were up 6 to 50% every single day. Can you think? I mean, think about the world. Like a lot of you guys weren't watching cryptos back then, but think about cryptos back then. Like think about it. Like these cryptos are barely up 1 to 3%. They go between like less than 0%. I mean, less than 1% to 3% every day. That's majority of cryptos are trading between 0.3% to 3% a day, right? It's a lot of times you can barely get 3%, right? But back in those days, in 2016, 2017, 2018, it was every day they were up 15%, 13%, 7%, 6%, 5%, 50%, 40%, 30%, back to 17%, 9%, 3%. There was a couple days it would be, 1% or 2%, and then boom, it's up 60%. And then the next day it's up 130%. Then it comes back down 90%. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of markets we had. And for that to be gone is it's sad, man. It is really sad that they took that away, and it's like you know, well the thing they were talking about back then was like we can't come in, institutional money can't come in if it's because it's too volatile. That's what they were saying over and over again. We have to stop the crypto markets from being too volatile. We will not come in into cryptos because it's too volatile. So that's what they were saying, and so they said we have to introduce things to stop it from being this volatile, and that's what they did, right? They brought the futures contracts, and they brought the leverage, and they brought the all the tools that they could use to trading bots and everything to stop cryptos from being volatile, right? And they did it, right? And so we had to, those people that were with me back then, we went through this evolution of seeing cryptos being volatile to them literally stopping cryptos from moving at all, right? And then once that happened, we fought back with meme coins, right? So they stopped the altcoins from being volatile, but then we had this meme coin season that came out, right? The new era of meme coins. You can start a coin with 9 zeros, and then it could just drop three, four, five of them, and you can become a freaking multi-millionaire and billionaire, right? So we had this season of meme coins come out, right? And those things were volatile, and those things were going crazy, and they were all launching on decentralized platforms, right? To strike back at the centralized platforms that had sold out to the bankers and the cabal elites to make cryptos non-volatile. Anyways, so it's been an interesting evolution that we've definitely gone through, and I can't even imagine what the next 10 years of the evolution is going to look like, right? For those people that have been in cryptos as long as I have. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this all plays out going forward. So yeah, so anyway, so the graph is let's see here, the month is 16% on the month, and then on the year it's up 61% on the year. So that's okay. So that's pretty good, right? So that's pretty good. You've been holding the graph, and you've just been constantly buying, $100 a week or whatever, you $50 a week, $100 a week, $200 a week. Then you're up 61% on that money since for the last 12 months. That's pretty good, pretty awesome. All right, so if you follow my Patreon, this is what we call the buy signal on Patreon. It went to $20. I mean 20 cents, excuse me. And if you follow me on Patreon, then you know that this is the price we've been targeting the whole time, $1. So I know that the all time here is at two something, and it could get up there. It definitely could get up there, but we've been on Patreon. We're targeting $1, so it doesn't make sense for me to then come on YouTube and say $2 is the top price, right? So top price, target price for Patreon has been $1 for the last 3 months. So that's where we're gonna that's gonna be the target price here. So I'm not gonna change it for YouTube. So I'm just gonna keep the same. So in 2024, my top price for the graph is $1. So that means in 2025 we could see $10. The graph $10. That's pretty freaking good. Okay, because $1 from here would be insane market cap. So, so what's the yeah, it'd be a $9 billion it'd be a 9 billion market cap, which ain't that bad. I mean, 9 billion ain't that bad. It's not bad at all. And then at $10 would be a 90 billion, which is still under 100 billion. So that's not bad at all. And that's at the peak, right? That's at the peak of the bull cycle. So, 90 billion is not bad at all for a peak of the bull cycle. Remember, Shiba Inu hit 50 plus billion last cycle. So, I mean, this cycle, the altcoin going to nine, I mean, what's ranked in the top 50, 90 billion should be a piece of cake, right? So, for a top 50 altcoin, I mean, people were hitting some of these altcoins hit that in the last cycle. So, and we got way more adoption, way more money in cryptos now, overall, institutional money is in now. So we should peak out a lot. We should peak out a lot higher, but 90 billion in the peak should be easy to get to for the graph. So I got the graph going to $1 this year, top price for 2024, and then $10 in 2025. Peace out. God bless. Hope you guys are doing well. What's the price right now? 15 cents. Okay. So let's see if it's a good time to get into the graph. Uh, Look at the monthly chart. Okay. Monthly chart is cruising, chilling. All right. So, you just look at the lines here and you can see that there's some support here at 15. So you don't want it to break 15. It did break it a little bit, but then it came right back up. So you don't really want it to break 15 here, right? So you want to actually hold 15 and then go higher, right? So this could be a 1, 2. Well, actually, this looks violent here, but so that could be that can't be a continuation because we actually went lower on this one. So maybe this was a 1, 2, and that was a 3, 4, and now we're gonna and that can't be a 4 because if this is a 1, then we will actually close lower than that. So that's not possible. Okay, so this is not a wave pattern. So sometimes you don't get a wave pattern. Sometimes it might just be an A B C, inverted A B C to the upside. So it could be something like it could be a different pattern. So there's always different patterns, and everything doesn't have to be Elliott wave pattern, which most things are not Elliott wave pattern. Like if you follow me on Patreon, you know that. So we don't usually do Elliott wave patterns that much on. We do more flags and inverted head and shoulder patterns, cup and handles, and things like that. So, all right, you can do Adam and Eve patterns and stuff as well. Okay. So, anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys next video. The graph to $1. I'm not gonna say book it. I almost said book it. Maybe we should book it, right? This is a. Somebody said, what does this thing do though? It's a data processing. It's like it collects data, processes it, collects data, um, spits it out, for the blockchains, and collects information. So it's a data. Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah, so let's book it, man. $1, let's book it. I know that's not right to do that. I'm not a financial advisor or wealth manager. I gotta give my disclaimer. But I'm gonna book it $1, 2024 for the graph. Peace out, God bless. I'll see you guys next week.